This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and I'm going to work along with Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. She's doing another Valentine Dirty Dozen, and she's calling it Black, White, and Gray. She's already on the fourth prompt. I set up my huge, big 18 by 24 watercolor paper, and these make 18 Valentines. Now, the Valentines we did last week, I mailed out to the moderators for Mod Appreciation Month. And as Becky said, she said, if I mailed you a Valentine last week, you won't get one this week. So this one, I'm going to have a giveaway in one of my live streams. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow morning. I might rebel somewhere along the line and put some gold, but we'll see what the rest of the prompts are. Now, she's moving fairly fast through these, and she's already on prompt 4. But I'm going to work at my own pace. I'll catch up to her, and she'll probably be way done and cut hers and have them all addressed, and stamped by the time I'm on prompt 5. But the first prompt was to stamp all over with black. Now you can see I've already measured out my postcards here, 5.5 by 3.5, because I like to see where I think she's going to use red. Use a palette knife. That's number 5. Use palette knife. I think she's going to use red. Oh, no, it's gray. Use palette knife with gray again. Gray. So she's doing black, white, and gray. I heard red. So I'm going to start out with, I don't have a lot of Valentine prompts, but I do have this little Christmas one. This is Quality Stamps Made in England, and I really like this little gal here. And I think she'll make a really nice image for Valentine. So I've only been stamping this much of her right in here. I could do the wings, but she's holding a Christmas tree, so I won't do that. So I'm just going to, when she calls off a prompt, I'll write it down. I'm going to work at my own pace. And I will probably be working horizontally here, so you're going to have to think this way. I don't want to turn my page around because it's going to hit my camera pole. So yeah, so these will be going out to people who watch my channel. So I used this on my zine earlier in the week, so we'll just stamp some angels on here. Little Valentine girls, I guess you could say. And I'll need 18 of them. Aunt Beck says, we're here to play. We're here to make postcards. It's not meant to be great works of art. But you know what? They turn out. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep going here. Aunt Beck says she considers herself an artistic crafter. Now I'm just going to keep going here. I'm sure that she's almost ready for the next prompt, but you know what? I'm going to work at my own pace and not Becky's pace. And I would encourage you to do that. If you feel like she's flying by, just slow down, work at your own pace. Yeah. She's going back to white. She's going back to white here on 6. white. I think she's going to do white bubble wrap again, but a heart stencil. So we're going to stencil with white. I can do that. A few hearts here and there. Don't completely cover it. But I have to put one on every postcard. So, and I have to say, even listening to Becky fly through these prompts, my heart is not... I am a person who has to think about what I'm doing. I'm not somebody who just throws stuff on the page willy-nilly. And I say willy-nilly, I don't mean that in a derogative term, but my, my head has to think about what I'm doing. And so that's how I work. That's my style. So, and I find myself, even when I write down her prompts, I've already thought about what I want to do with the heart stencil. So, yeah, I would rather work along with her, but I wasn't set up. I wasn't set up, and she's going way... Sorry, Becky, but you're going way too fast for me. But that's okay. I'm doing a huge, big sheet. I mean, I'm doing a large sheet. I'm doing 18 postcards, so... She's talking about who she got happy mail from. Becky, if you're listening to this, I did get your postcard today. I'm going to show it in my live stream tomorrow morning. And it had a postmark on it. I've been complaining that my postcards do not have postmarks on them because, that's one reason why we send them, is to get the postmark and for collectors and that. 100 years from now, they'll look at it and think, oh, you did that yesterday. So... So I'm not even done with prompt 1, and she's ready for prompt 7 already. If you would play around with me on a Dirty Dozen, I think you would be going, Mary, I'm ready for the next prompt. I'm ready for prompt 7, and I'm not even done with prompt 1. Some of you are really fast, but then you work on journal pages too, and not these huge sheets of paper. I work on huge sheets of paper when I do these, and I enjoy them. I love doing these. Next prompt. Household item. Household mixed media tool. So she's using black. She's cycling through black, white, and gray. I'm listening to Becky while I'm doing this. She's talking about her using her flip-flop. I will put a link to Becky's channel in the description box below. I've been linking at the channel level, not the video level. So if you're watching this 2 years down the line, you might have to look for her video. I would look for the title DD Valentine's Black, White, and Gray, and that should bring it up. I like linking at the channel level because that brings you right into her channel and you can explore her channel that way. That's just me. She's ready for prompt 8 already. I'm just working at my own pace, Becky. I'm working at my own pace. You zip along. She likes to zip along because she wants to go watch Vicki Ross. She doesn't want her video to extend into Vicki Ross. So she likes to watch Vicki Ross. I usually take a break after I do something like this. It's usually around my supper time anyway, by the time I get finished. So I usually take a break. And I probably will be streaming with Sharon tonight. You may see this after the fact, but I will stream with Sharon Marlowe and it will be on her channel. I'm a guest on Wednesday nights. All right, I'm all done with that. Well, obviously you're ready for prompt 8. Gray. You're going to splatter gray. All right. Becky is just zipping along here. Just zip on by, Becky. Let's see. I want to get this. I'm going to take time, I think, to put my, well, I guess I'm not because I can't know what I did with it. I wanted to put my stamp away. It's probably back in the, all right. So the next prompt 2 is gray, use sponge. Now I was going to use, and like I tell you, when I read these prompts, I plan ahead. I know I shouldn't, but I do. So I was going to use this alcohol ink, but I don't know how fast, how much is going to soak through this watercolor paper. Let me reach here for a sponge. Where's my sponges? How can I have all these sponges sent to me and still... All right. And she's almost ready for prompt 9. I'm just going to keep my deal. I have to think of some place to put this. I don't know if I can just... I better put it on some waxed paper. Waxed paper. Where's my waxed paper? Where is my waxed paper? Way over here on the floor. Yeah. Alrighty. Waxy paper. And I want to test over here maybe and see. Now I have to be careful. Because my desk is warped here. My desk pad is warped. I'm using the back of it. So I just want a drip of this. And this looks, ooh. See, I told you I had to be careful. It looks black, but by the time I get it on the paper, it will be gray. Let's put this under there. Because this is alcohol ink, and I think by sponging it on, it will, see, it will turn out very gray, and it will not soak through. Too bad. So we're just going to sponge some of this on, and I'm going to keep that out there to keep it from rolling down the, and let's just sponge it around here. This is alcohol ink. I call this Inkahol. I took all my old Pen Plus gears. This is 91% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. I don't know where the lid is. I put the lid back on, thank goodness. And yeah, look at the pretty gray that it makes. Look at the pretty gray. So I'm just, let's just go around in circles here. Hopefully I can write this without. And of course I'll get my hands all yucky. All right. Keep that close by. Whoops. The next prompt is draw. She went from gray to black again. Draw black hearts. She's drawing black hearts with her Posca pen. Well, I'm doing gray. Well, I'm doing impromptu, Becky. Look at my hands are getting yucky. Yeah. I hear what she says about the pumping, but you read the instructions on some of those pens and they tell you to pump it. Maybe not the Posca pens because they're written in Japanese, but Mary's rebelling again. Pump it. Mary's being stubborn. Now it looks pretty dark, probably to you, but I have to tell you that it is going pretty good. I see these Valentines really good in here. And once you cut these into their individual postcards, all that busyness of all the other postcards goes away. talking about her doggy's dream. I'll have to tell you guys about the dream I had last night. It involved Janet Young. I'll tell it to you tomorrow morning in my stream. I don't know. She's going to go on to another prompt here, and I'm not ready. See, I'm keeping this. I think I can get rid of that. Yeah. Oh. Thank you, Petals, for all the makeup sponges, the wedgie ones. I do like these, and I appreciate them. They're hard to find in my area. Now, I have to tell you, when I do postcards, I do not like collaging and all of that. I just don't like sending that through the mail. So I have my postcards, I've been trying to keep it to ink media, markers, drawing, that type of thing. Let's get this. And this alcohol, I have to say, dries pretty fast on these sponges. Now it looks pretty messy right now, but it'll get better. I promise. I've been listening to the prompts. My head is already planning. I'm sorry. I have to think. Mary's a thinker. But no matter how much I think about things, they always turn out differently than what I'm thinking. So even though you think about things doesn't mean that you do exactly what you're thinking about. Let's put this here, and hopefully it will hold all that down. Let's put that there. Look, see, it's splattered. But that's okay. I think that's coming through from the back, maybe. That's really okay because I will be doing splatters in gray. So we'll just leave those there. Yeah, Becky, you're ready for prompt 10 and I'm on prompt 2. All right, now I'm going to have to put a little more on here, and I have to put it so it won't spill. I'm trying to get it open again. At least I know when it spills, it won't open. It won't drip out on me. Let's see what's going here. All right. Let's put this red ink here. Keep it from dripping away. And you know what? Where's my sponge? If I grab this right away, it won't drip anymore. And I kind of swooshed up like I would if I were going to stencil to get that big black, so I can get more of a gray tone in there. Becky's talking about her knees and having to be careful with how she moves. I'm doing way up at the top now. And we're not bored with your hearts, Becky. We're not bored. You just keep painting them. I'm really kind of liking this. She's talking about a channel that she's watching called the British Sewing Bee. I might have to go look at it. I'm not much of a sewer. Look, there's splattered in her eye there. It will not be hard to do splatter. I see Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, did a video today about using brushes and household items to splatter with. I'll probably just use a brush. It will not be hard to splatter this gray, I'll tell you, because it's already splattery. I do not chat much in the channels when I do these dirty dozens, just because I'm listening to everything Becky's saying, but I'm not following. Sometimes I glance down and see the chat. My phone's right here, but I can't stop what I'm doing to chat. So look at my hands from doing this. I'm listening to Becky. You get to see me sponge black, alcohol ink. I don't know if I'll ever get my fingers cleaned. Boy, that did not last. I've only got 3 left. I've only got 3 left. I just need a little. I just need a little, and it's really hard to pour out just a little. All right, she's ready to move on. She took a little longer on that one. Yeah, black. Black fingernails. Got. All right, Becky, I'm ready. Oh, her postcards are pretty. I know if I go on, she'll... Oh, she's going to dry. Uh-oh. She says the next prompt is a cringe one. I'll bet it's drip. I'll bet her next prompt is drip because she says it's going to make you cringe. I might rebel and not do it if it's dripping. I'm not doing dripping on here because I'm just not doing it. I rebel if it's drippage. And the point of doing your... She didn't give us any wild cards. She should have given us some wild cards. The point of doing these is to do something, to inspire you. You know, if you don't want to do a prompt, don't do it. Add white glitter. That's as bad. I don't have white glitter. I don't know. I'm going to put a line through that. I can't. I might just add white. Add white, whatever. Add a border. Add a border is 11. And add a quote. Those are the last two prompts. So those are all the prompts. I'm still on prompt 2. I'm doing my last postcard up there. It's stamped with black. Gray, use a sponge. That's what I'm doing now. Use white, make lines, I think. Make lines. Black paint, use bubble wrap. Use a palette knife, gray. White heart stencil. Household mixed media tool. Black splatter, gray. Draw black hearts. Add white. I'm going to not do this one. I'm going to make that a wild card. And I am going to add red. So wild card, I'm going to put Rebel Red. Rebel Red. Rebel Red. Becky can't stop me. So I can just go and work on my own now. I'm going to get this out of my way. And I'm going to get this out of my way. And let's just have fun. She'll probably be cutting hers apart. Look, I used up all that ink on there. I don't get enough on here to... It's kind of drying up on me. Oh, she said you could do metallic paint if you didn't want to do glitter. I could add gold metallic paint, but I want some red. I got to have red. All right, so let's put this aside. I might come back and use that for splatter. Look at my fingers. All right, so Mary is ready for prompt 3, which is use white, make lines. I could do my white fine liner, but this is only prompt 3. So let's go. And I have been using white, white, let me reach over and get one. Whiteout pens. And I've been really enjoying them. Let me reach for one. I buy them when I find them. I think this package is already open. No. You can get the Pentel ones, cost a little bit more, but I get one at the Dollar Tree for, and you have to look for them. They're not always there. Becky says she's going to be on at 3 o'clock tomorrow. She's going to try to have a project ready to go to use a 6-inch paper pad. So look for Becky tomorrow. So this is white, and I'll probably have to get this going. Make white line. Oh, look, it just starts right off. I am very happy with these Dollar Tree whiteout pens. Now, Meri is in love with diagonal lines. So that is what I'm going to do, is my famous diagonal lines here. Let's just make diagonals here. I'll try to make them fairly large because they're going to fade anyway. I almost feel like I should get out my fine liner and dry it. As much as I like this, I think my fine liner will do a better job at diagonal lines. And I might just get out my heat gun and you can watch paint dry with me. Let me reach and get my white paint, my white fine liner. That's yellow. That's black. That's red. That's gold. Where's my white? Come on. Where's the white? That's blue. What did I do with my white fine liner? Did I put it in here? Well, I may not use a white fine liner. Wait a minute. It's got to be here. I might just have to fill one. Black. Did white fall? Red, blue. Here it is. Now, when you use a fine liner, the paint comes out pretty thick. So I will have to let these dry. Let me pull my sleeve up here. And since I'm not going to start down here because I'm going to be working up that way and I don't want to get my hand in the paint. So I'm going to start here and work this way. And hopefully this will work and I won't have to fight with it. I've been having pretty good luck with my fine liners lately. Let's see if I can get it going here. All right. So white fine liner will be my white lines. And I'm going to make them about an inch apart, skipping the picture. And I'm going across all the postcards at once. Just like this. It'll go across the whole entire sheet. See, Meri plans, although now I did not plan to use the white fine liner. I was going to use a white pen. I was going to use a whiteout pen, but it's not showing up enough for me for my love of diagonal lines here. So we're just going to continue on this way. I said hello to Becky when I first dropped in, so she knows I'm here, but I haven't been chatting in chat. I've been listening to her the whole time. I've got her running here. I can see her. I hope that doesn't fall. I'm trying to get a better setup for my desk area. Oops, what did I do? I turned her off. Turned her off. Yeah. Becky, where are you? Let's get all this other stuff out of here anyway. Clear. Becky, there she is. All right, let's continue on. And we'll just go clear across to this way. This way. Now, Meri's going to include some Rebel Red in here. You know, Meri has to rebel a little, but doing these Dirty Dozens, I really enjoy the Dirty Dozens because, well, look, I get 18 more postcards to send. We'll have a giveaway in our stream tomorrow morning. And I'm very happy with how this is going. I'm very happy with this. I gave away the zine yesterday morning, and it's on its way. My February Jam Journal is on its way. Valentine's to all the moderators are on its way. Puzzles that I did are on their way. Clusters, I did clusters. They're on their way. Now, I've done diagonals this way, and that's when I say diagonals, I mean diagonals both ways to make sort of a trellis. So let's go back. And I should start up here. And I am dragging it through wet paint. Whenever you drag your fine liner through wet paint, clean your nozzle frequently or it'll clog up on you. If you do fine liner stuff, I don't understand why people don't do more fine liner stuff. I love my fine liners. They're kind of hard to squeeze. I think they were made more for, well, I want to say for the model car folks. But because that's where I find them at Hobby Lobby in the model car section. I don't take that for positive from me. But I do like this, man, white lines. There we go. And if my camera is jiggling, I'm sorry. I'm probably hitting the camera with my desk mat here. I'll try not to, but it's a little hard when you work this large. Clean your nozzle off. She's showing some happy mail. Napkins from Nancy. Pretty napkins, Nancy. So this is prompt 3 is add white lines. Now I'm going to have to dry this enough to work on it because it'll just completely blur everything. But the next prompt is black paint, use bubble wrap. So we'll do that. I might just use bubble wrap out of a mailing envelope because I don't know. I think I put a lot of my stuff in boxes while I'm cleaning. There we go. Pretty happy with that. I don't know what I did with the lid to it. It's right here. Wipe the tip off, wipe the nozzle off. You really should take it in and clean it. But while I'm doing my live streams or doing, but it's pretty clean. All right, I'm going to put this away. I'm keeping them down in my desk drawer, down in the bottom drawer, so I can find them again. I've got a whole set of fine liners down there. All right, we're going to do the drying here. I'm sorry you have to watch. Oh, there's my stamp pad. I'll put that away. Now we're going to have to watch paint dry here. Now, she said we could use metallic. I do see these a border of gold metallic here. I'd like red, but I can put red on the back. I like my idea of doing Rebel Red. She did not include a wild card. That's Becky's fault. We should always include a wild card in case we don't like glitter. In case we don't like glitter. She's still showing Happy Mail. Sorry you have to watch paint dry here, but I want to move on to prop 4. Becky's done. I'm on prop 4. Becky's showing Happy Mail right now. Let's see how dry this is. A little wet in the heavy spots. But you know, that doesn't bother me if it blurs. So let's turn this off. And I'm going to get a mailer here. And we're going to use black bubble wrap. And I'm going to use the inside of a mailer. Okay, then. Let me turn around. What did I do with my stamp here? Let's put my stamp away while I'm here, because I like to, even though I don't clean them off, I do like to keep them in the packaging as much as possible so I know which one it is. I got this one at a liquidation sale, a local store here. All right. So let's put that back in here. And I need to reach for bubble wrap mailer, and I do have some here. Let's see. Let me find one. I thought I tucked one in here that had very little mail in it, but that was not a bubble wrap one. So let's just, that's not bubble wrap, that's a plain manila. Come on, I have to have a bubble wrap mailer here. What's this? This is bubble wrap. Here. This was a Happy Mail sent to me from somebody from a store. There we go. We'll use that. I might need that again. Now the prompt is black paint. And I wish I had my color shifts available. I don't know if I have it, but wouldn't color shift black and gold look nice here? I don't think I have it out. I've got blacks, all sorts of blacks here. Oh, what's this? No, that's black. I think I put them all in a separate box and they're packed away. So let's just go for regular black. And Becky, I'm listening to you, but I have my earbuds off. I'm watching you. Okay, we need black. And some of this black is getting pretty close to being empty. Now Becky says she likes to apply her, and you know what? I put that, where'd I put it? I put it right there. Where did the sponge go to? Where did the sponge go to? Do I have a sponge out here? No, there it is. Ooh. Lucky for me, that dries fast. I'm going to try sponging on my black paint like Becky did, because she said that's how she likes to apply it. So I usually just dip it in there and that way. But let's try Becky's way. As long as we're learning from people here. As long as we're doing a dirty dozen, let's try to learn some stuff. So there's black paint. Let me get my ink off here. Now she says she likes to sponge it, so onto her bubble wrap. I don't know if me sponging this will make a difference. And let's try it over here in the white area. This is my test area. Oh, I do see why she likes that. Let's do that. Becky, I like that technique. I usually don't care to do bubble wrap, but okay. And I'm just going to do little areas. Whoops. Little areas here. Let's start there. And, you know, I think I need less of this paper. So let me cut the paper. I don't need all of this. It's getting in my way. Let's just get a little piece. I probably only need half of what I've got painty here. Cut it. And let's cut it again. That's all I need. Oh, I'm getting so messy. Let's do a test. Let's put my scissors back on the card. Do a test. Oh, see, it looks good there. Let's do some there. Oh, that's pretty good. There's there. And here if I can. That's good. Can I get some up onto that? I don't need too many or else it'll hide my white lines, and I'd like some of my white lines to show here. And so we'll be a little bit more judicious with my bubble wrap. And one more row here. It looks like she's cutting hers into postcards now. That's okay, Becky. I'll probably finish mine in my live stream tomorrow. Cut them and draw the backs. And I'll show the postcard that Becky sent me from hers from last week. Ooh, that got kind of spotchy in there, but we'll have more prompts. We'll take care of that. Get some of that off of there, maybe. So I do like applying it with the sponge, Becky. I'm glad I listened to you. He says, see, you should listen to Becky when she talks. You should listen to Becky when she talks. I'm liking it. So black bubble wrap. And I'll probably give this a little bit of a dry again, because it is wet in spots. Let's do some of that in there. One last row here. Yeah. And I can just throw this away. I'm not going to save this stuff because I've got plenty of bubble wrap envelopes and I've only used a fourth of this one. So, and it's yucky. And I don't have another bubble wrap prompt, I don't think. There we go. So let's just toss that. I'm done with that. Now, of course, I got my wastebasket as my table again. All right. Do we have to do sponge anymore? See, this is what I do. When I have all the prompts, I plan it out. So use palette knife gray, white heart stencil, household, mixed media. Could use a sponge for that. Splatter gray is 8. Draw black hearts. Wild rebel red. Add border and add quotes. We're ready for use palette knife gray. And while I have the black paint out here, let's mix some gray. And we're going to use my palette knife. I happen to have one available. And I'll probably need a lot more white. And you can do this as much or as little as needed. Let's mix the gray here first. And let's keep it kind of striated, shall we? And let's just put some scrapes in it. Let's put some scrapes in various places. Let's just scrape it. Now I might need more white even. But I'll be coming back with black again. So if it turns too gray, I kind of want it striated. And I don't know about that. And I certainly will have to dry this. We're just striating. Just dragging my palette knife across it. Oops, I wiped out all those bubbles. And I've already thrown my bubble wrap away, so I need to be careful. Don't wipe out all your bubbles. All right. Did Becky leave? I think she left. So bye, Becky. Thanks for doing the Dirty Dozen. I always enjoy the Dirty Dozens. I always enjoy them. You can't keep me away from them. If I know there's one going, I'm going to do it. Let's get some more white. I like a striation. And I'm not getting it. Because if you do too many, if you stroke it too much, you lose your striated. So you just want to grab it and go. Grab it and go. Maybe right in there. Grab it and go. Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be gray. Now, this is going to stick a little to my paint. But I need the space. So grab it and go. Grab it and go. grab it and go. Now this is where it got really dark, so I can see, I can wipe that out. Grab it and go. I'm not getting very many striations in here. I've lost them. That's okay. Let's just get her done. Oops, I'm going to have to do this one left-handed because I'm on the other edge of the paper and I don't want to turn my page around. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, do I need this wax paper anymore? I think I'm going to throw it out because it's awfully messy. Let's toss it. I can get out more wax paper if I need it. Alrighty. Heat gun alert. Heat gun alert. Because this is gray as wet paint. Craft paint dries fast. Now, I think my little girls are kind of getting lost. They're just kind of peeking through a hole in the fence, I think. I see leaves in here someplace. What is my next thought? White heart stencil. Now, she did say that if we wanted, we could draw the leaves. I have a stencil, but the leaves, the hearts, but it's big. I don't think I have a little heart stencil out. I might have one, but it's not out. So I think I'm going to paint little white hearts and make them look like leaves, maybe. A vine leaf. There are places in here, but there's also black hearts too. I don't like black hearts for, now, I like Becky's black hearts, but for Valentine, black heart, a black heart to me says, your heart is not right. Now, don't email me, folks. A black heart to me says you got a little anger or something in there. It doesn't sound, I'd rather do a gold heart. That sounds funny to me. Now, that's just my interpretation. Don't email me. I know black is just a color. It does not necessarily mean evil or anything like that, but it's just my interpretation, so don't email me. All right. That said, you probably very few of you actually listened to that or listened that far. So white hearts. And she says use a stencil. Do you know what? I could almost do white hearts with a palette knife. Like this. Let's try it. Let me clean my palette knife a little, just off here on the edge. Let's try a few white hearts. I'll need more wax paper. I have the white out. So let's try, I'm going to try it over here on my test side over here. And, you know, actually I need to start bringing out my little girls' household mixed media tool. A lid could bring them out, couldn't it? A lid circle. See, I'm thinking ahead here, planning it out. I want to see if I can make some white hearts with my palette knife. See, let's try one right here. Just like that. And it'll show up better on the grays and the blacks. Well, they'll have to be bigger. Maybe that's not such a good idea here. Or maybe I just need practice. Just 2 strokes. One that way and one that way. Let's try it on a couple. If I don't like it, I don't have to use them. However, I'm going this way now. So let's turn this around, much to my... because I want my hearts to go the same direction as my little girl is. So let's try one up in the corner here. Just that way. Yeah, get more paint on it. That way. Get more paint on it. And that way. Just kind of paint a heart with your palette knife. And I'm very uncomfortable here because this paper's choking me. There, white hearts. And a white heart here. And this is not a stencil, but I'm still going to use the palette knife. Because I want to. Just because I want to. I was thinking leaves, but we're going to do white hearts. Just bigger white hearts with the palette knife. Yep, that works for me. This is working for me. White heart here. I'll probably have to dry it because it's pretty thick. The paint is thick. And whenever you have thick paint, it takes a while for it to dry. Even craft paint. Craft paint does dry faster though. There we go. Yeah. I'll probably come in and outline those hearts later. They need to be brought out a little. Down that way. I should paint more with a palette knife than I do. You could really do some nice things with a palette knife if you practice. I've been watching, I don't know if you guys watch him or not, David Jensen, Jensen. He's doing 30 roses in 30 days, and he's showing how he paints roses. Oh, I've fallen in love with it. And he uses, of course, acrylic paint. But I might try the same thing with craft paint. His technique, because roses are something that I'm not good at. But I've been watching, I think he's on the 5th day, because this is February 5, and I've been watching every one, and I'm going, I think I'm understanding what he's doing. Okay, we got 6 more to do here, but I think I need a little bit more paint. A little bit more paint. Yeah, Becky, I'm only on the 6th prompt. She's cut hers out. She's addressed them and dropped them in the mail already. I'm on the 6th prompt. Yeah. Gray splatter's coming up here. She's got some splatter already. Yeah. I might rebel red around the Valentines here. I might rebel red around there. I like the idea of rebelling red for my wild card. I'm not going to add glitter to these. I'm not adding glitter to postcards. I'm not putting through the mail. I have enough trouble getting my postcards back. I will say Becky's postcard had a beautiful postmark on it today. I was so happy to see that postmark. All right, one more, and I do think I have enough. Just enough. Right down, I'm down here. You may not be able to see me do this one. I don't know. All right. Let's turn it back this way. Oh, I am liking these. I see I can put my white paint away. I'll get out more wax paper if I need it. Throw that away. Let's clean off my palette knife though. Yeah. Keep it as clean as possible. I'll probably clean it again with alcohol. Sand sanitizer. Alrighty. All right. So heat gun alert. We're going to dry our hearts. I'm going to put my hand in them. The next one is Household Mixed Media Tool. I kind of like the idea of adding circles. And you could call any type of lid. Ooh, did I miss that heart? I missed the heart in there. I might just do it with my finger. Same thing. You could call a lid, a paint lid, a household item. I missed these. Is that heart? I'm going to do these 3 again. I think I missed, that's a scrape. I missed 3 hearts there. I guess I better get out my paint. And do those 3 hearts. I missed them. Oh, I missed a heart here. Let's see. Heart, 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 heart. No heart, heart, heart. Heart, heart, no heart. No heart, 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 no heart. I missed 4 hearts. Sorry. We'll take care of that right now. Where's my palette knife? We'll even do them with my clean palette knife. Hearts. Yeah, see, I'm already planning ahead to the next one. And that's why I don't like to get prompts. I don't like to get prompts ahead of time. Like when you list, well, not Becky, but anybody, list the prompts in the description box. I understand people that do, but I don't, because then my head starts going, I can do that. I'm going to do this. I'll do that. And I have it all planned out before I even get out my first paper. And that's no fun. I think too much. Well, not too much. No, I don't. No. I'm just a thinker. That's me. That's my style. I'm a thinker when it comes to my art. And I say that proudly. Let's go this way. I say that proudly. Some people say, oh, I overthought it. Oh, it's a failure. I overthought it. I'm going, no, you just used your brain a little. You just used your brain cells. That's all. Nothing is really overthinking unless it is a complete disaster. And in your eyes, it might be, but I would tell you that most people looking at it would say, it's fine. It's fine. I've got all my hearts on there now. Heat gun alert. So gray splatter. Oh, I'm going to have to get out the gray again. No, next is household mixed media tool. I'm going to do circles. I'm going to do circles with a small, probably my glossy accents lid. If I can find it. Oh, it's over here. And we're going to do it with gray, so what do I want? All right, let's put this. I'm trying to keep my heat gun up here. It falls less. It's a little bit harder to place again, but it falls down less often. Let's put my white out. Let's put my tool in there. Okay. So what we want is to mix some gray. So, yep, more wax paper. I threw that away too soon. I'll get a smaller sheet. Gray? No, black. It's gray splatter and black circles. Oh, good, black. I'm ready for some more black. I'm ready for more black. Oh, look at this burgundy red. Deep burgundy. Ooh, that and this. Oh, Valentine. Oh, there's my black. All right, Mary. Let's get some black. It's getting pretty much to the end here. We'll need quite a bit. I'm going to put that back in there. And I am going to use this poor glossy accents lid because it's got a nice grip to it. And yeah, nice circles. And we'll start up here And my white is not dry yet, so I might have to be careful. Now I kind of know, because I drew lines, I kind of know where my postcard starts and ends. So I should be able to do this reasonable here and put a lot of circles on it. Do I want that many circles? Well, I did on that one. Black, this is mixed media, use a household item. Now I'm calling a lid a household item, even though it's my Glossy Accents lid. Yep, Mary's ready for some Rebel Red, but I have to splatter gray first. I'm really tempted to not splatter gray. That means getting that alcohol ink out again. I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. We will see, said the blind man, but he didn't see it all. I don't think splatter would be appropriate for what I'm doing. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Instead of splatter, I might do dots. I might do dots, gray dots, or even white dots, because the next prompt is black hearts. And I think for my black hearts, I'm going to use a paintbrush and outline the white hearts, because I'm getting plenty on here. So I think I will do gray dots. I can do those, and that way it's not so messy for me. Splatter gets a little messy for my little area here. So I will substitute. And I'll just keep going here. What time is it? What is the time? Let me look at the time. The time is 3:30? Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Changed my bar. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Well, I've been going for an hour. Well, there it is. It is 3:13. Time is 3:13. So I got plenty of time yet. I've got plenty of time. A lot of circles, but they'll make more sense when. And my black hearts could almost be leaves and vines too. And black around the white. But I said gray dots. Maybe I'll hold those for a bit. I think I'm going to hold my gray dots. I'm liking, I've got this black out and it's nice and wet. What am I doing here? I'm okay. As long as I don't move it. Oops. I went into my white heart there. I'm not going to do the splatter. I know it seems like I'm rebelling again, but really it's more of a space and cleanliness consideration. Like I said, I need to keep the carpet clean. I have splattered before though, but I feel messy today. And I don't want to mess up the stuff here, so no splatter today. These blacks are really taking over, aren't they? But you just wait. They'll fall into the background. Alrighty. Well, let's kind of wipe this off. It won't come totally clean again, but enough to put it back on my glossy accents jar. All right. So now, let's just put this over here. I should have a little brush out here. Did I put it in here? Yes, I did. We're going to paint. I'm going to paint black hearts. I'm going to paint around the white hearts first. And then I feel like going in and just putting some little black hearts like this in there. And really, to make a heart, to paint a heart, it's really 2 strokes. A stroke, well, I'll show you when we get closer, but it's a stroke. Let's show you over here. To paint a heart, it's really just a stroke this way and a stroke that way, and that makes pretty much a heart. And you make your stroke a little bit more rounded there, but just like that and like that, that's enough of a heart. Yeah, this definitely needs some red. I see red, rebel red coming up here. All right, let's get a lot of paint on my brush. Like that. Little hearts like this. Now I am going to stream with Sharon tonight, so I might finish these postcards up in her stream. We'll see what she wants to do. She got that crafter's source book that I've been using, and we talked about doing of course this will show after that, so we'll see what happens in Sharon's stream tonight. But I'm thinking about finishing these up in her stream. I'm going on StreamYard with her. I'm liking these. I've been sending a Valentine to myself. And this will be one to myself too. Where's the heart? This heart is, see, that one goes to that one goes to that, this one goes to this. So let's do them in rows. Just like that. And I'll probably send one to Becky just as a thank you for doing the Dirty Dozens. I don't expect her to send me one back because she only makes, I think, 8 of them. And I got one last week, so I don't expect one this week. She's got a lot of people to send to. But I've got 18 of them. And I like to thank her for doing the Dirty Dozens. So, yeah, I'll probably send one to Beck. And it'll probably say the same thing that I put on my others is have a happy heart day, I think is what I called it. Have happy heart day, which means happy Valentine's Day, but heart is shorter to write. There we go. Boy, I'm liking these. I am liking these. Let's put some little hearts around here. Yeah. I'll paint black around there. Let's put some up in here. I'm missing some up in here. Now Becky clear coats hers. I'm debating whether I want to clear coat these or not. I did not find a need to clear coat my others, but this has a lot of craft paint on it. It has a lot of craft paint on it, so they're kind of dull. So when you clear coat them, so I probably will clear coat them tonight in, let them dry good, clear coat them tonight in Sharon Stream and cut them in tomorrow, finish them off tomorrow. Because clear coating them will add a nice pretty sheen to them. And also protect them, but add a nice sheen. Got a little gunk on that. Where was I? What was I? Up in here, maybe. Let's make that one a little bigger. It's going to go across the line anyway. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. You can't see the stamped images too good, but wait, just wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I am liking these. I'm very happy with it. I didn't think I'd like black and white Valentines. But I think I like them even more when I get some of that red on them. Rebel red. Rebel red. Yep, gotta have some rebel red. Oops, this needs to be outlined. Yeah. Just enough to accent it. We don't need a whole lot of red. And I'm just gonna, I think what I'm gonna do is just outline my square where my angel is. My little Valentine angel. Happy Heart Day, or it'll say, the quote will say, it'll say Happy Heart Day on the back. That'll be my quote. And I can still put a gold border on it. I may put gold borders on it. After I cut it apart, I think. So that'll happen tomorrow. So I already know what I'm going to do in tomorrow's stream. Make a couple of hearts in there. Kind of got smished. I'm really happy with this. I love how it's turning out. I liked my other ones too, though. My red ones. Do I have one over here? I do. I do. Do I? Yeah. No? Yeah, I do. Here, let me reach for it. I'm going to put it in my journal. These are the ones I did from last week. I loved how it turned out. And this is the back right here. Just Happy Heart Day. And then I have my address up there and the recipient's address there. Well, this black is, I might have to go in there with a little white. Turning out very nice here. I don't know about that area. That was we're just going to leave it. It is what it is. You know, when you do this mixed media stuff, it doesn't always come out perfect. And that's what makes it so fun, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to not do gray splatters. Is there something else I want to do instead? I was going to do gray dots, but I think white dots make more sense. So I'm going to change the gray splatters to white dots. And I will do that with my white fine liner again, I think. And the add border, which is prompt 11, will happen tomorrow, and the quote will happen tomorrow. So, stamp with black, I did that. Gray, use sponge, use white. Make lines, black paint, bubble wrap, use palette knife gray. I did that. White heart stencil. White heart stencil. I did that. Household mixed media tool was my circles. I'm not going to splatter gray. I'm going to do white dots. Draw black hearts. I did around my white hearts. And then around here, I'm going to do my wild card, which is Rebel Red. Tomorrow, I'll add the border and add a quote when I cut them apart. So that is how that is going to go. Just like that. Just like that. Let's see, I think I can get some hearts in there. This one stamp got pretty close to the edge there. Yeah. Heart here, one in here. Put some in here. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm ready to do the Rebel Red. And I'm going to do it in a bright or the burgundy. I'm going to test both. Let's wash out my brush. I'm really thinking I like the bright red. But you know what? The burgundy red might look nice on this because it's black and grays. And a subtle red might look nice. So we're going to test both here. Let's just fold my black over like that. Smish it. Smish it, Mary. Smish it. All right, let's get the burgundy red out. Right here. This is Americana. I got this for my December daily to paint a roof on a house. And ooh, that is pretty. Let's test it here. Let's just test it. I think I like it. I'm not even going to do the other. We're going to paint it. So I'm going to start up above. And we're going to just paint around the square here. It'll be like she's looking out of a window. Oh, I like that. And you know, I almost feel like putting some little burgundy hearts here on each corner, a heart. And we can actually make this heart burgundy. It's a little bigger, but that's okay. Let's make one here. And this one will come this way. Oh, do I like that? Yep, that was the right choice. So let's do it again. Just kind of outline the window. And wow, a heart here. This one we're going to make the hearts point in here. Like that. Hearts are going to point in like that. And like that. I might keep this one. I don't like how I did the hearts. That's okay. I'll give it to somebody if they want it. I'll say, do you want the one with the upside down hearts? Now I feel like I could come in with white dots around on these, and I might do that. I might do that, white dots around the rim of this window. And maybe even around the heart, and I might be able to shape those hearts up here. with a white. So we might be able to rescue it. Oh, wow, I'm loving this. I am loving it. Got my window. A heart that way. This way. That way. And that way. Like that. Like that. Rebel red. Rebel red. Mm-hmm. The hearts are only 2 little strokes. One this way and one that way. One this way and one that way. I keep doing my windows. I have 18 of these cards. I'll keep one and send one to Becky. That makes 16. I'll probably keep 2 and give 15 away. That will be my plan. Yeah, my brother's having a coughing fit in there. I don't mean to sound mean, but it always happens when I stream. There we go. Yeah. Loving it. Now, line comes right there, so I'm going to be very careful when I cut these. But even if it cuts into it a little, it's really not a bad deal. There we go. I'm going to have to get out some more burgundy paint. Let's do that. Yeah. This way and that way. And this way and that way. This way and that way. Yeah. I'm glad I did this with Becky this afternoon. You have to take the time. You have to take the time. It takes a little bit of time to do these things, but it's so rewarding. It is so rewarding. And it's rewarding to send them and to have people email you and say, I got your postcard. Thank you. You know, and a postcard is so easy to send. I bought a sheet of postcard stamps today when I was at the post office. It's a lot easier to send a postcard than do all the addressing envelopes and everything. So I would say if you have time to do this, it takes a little bit of effort, but not that much, and just free yourself up and do some art here. Follow along with the prompts. I do say I would rather work the prompts right in the Dirty Dozen with Becky, but when I am 4 behind when I start, because I'm still getting set up and stuff like that, there's just no way. So I find myself planning out what I'm doing a lot more than if I were working the prompts as a true Dirty Dozen and working along with her. I tend to want to think them out a little bit more. Like if I was working this with her, and the gray splatter, when we got to that, if I would have been there when she was, I probably would have done the gray splatter instead. I'm going to do white dots. I'm going to do white dots in these red windows or around these red windows. And I'm going to border it with gold. See, I've already planned this out. And I know what my quote is going to be on the back. Of course, that was fairly almost a given. Have a happy heart day. Happy heart day. Mm-hmm. There we go. And here again, I'm getting pretty close to the top of the postcard there. So I might have to do another mailing either tomorrow or, gosh, tomorrow's Thursday already. Wow, tomorrow's Thursday already. Where did the week go? Yesterday was Tuesday, today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday already. My week just flew by. My week just flew by. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I've got this left over, and it's black and red, and I'm just going to fold it up and put it in the trash. I probably should save that and smish it on my dictionary, but I don't have time for that today. Let's get my white fine liner out, and instead of glitter, what did I do with my white? I know I put it away. Is this it? Yeah. I'm going to do white dots. The next prompt is, well, instead of splattered gray, that's what I'm going to do. Instead of the white glitter, I did the rebel red. And instead of the gray, I'm going to do, let's do hearts around here. I think I can rescue this. I can come back in with red there. Let's rescue this. I want these hearts pointing in toward the, and then I want dots around in here. It's kind of far away from me to be working on this. Oh, I'm loving that. Now let's see if I can do this one better. To outline my red hearts with white. put white dots in there. Kind of gives it a little fanciness to it. And kind of pushes the red Rebel red into the background, so it's not so rebellious. it falls into, and it's really kind of a dark red. It's a burgundy red, so it kind of blends in with the background. And by outlining this in white, it even pushes it more into the background. The white makes the white pops the frame out. That could just as well be a black background, a black border, but I like the red. And burgundy kind of has a darker tone to it. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. It's not a bright, in-your-face red. It's a silent rebel. A silent rebel red. Now, this will probably be the last thing that I do until tonight. Tonight, I'm going to let this white dry. And then tonight, I'll come in and in Sharon's stream, I'll come in and clear coat it, varnish it. Yeah, I got rid of my towel. It really does need a border. I'm thinking a gold border, but you know what? I might do a black border. A gold border might just be out of place. I'm going to cut them. I'll varnish it first. And tomorrow I'll cut it and put the border on it. I think a black border will help enclose it. I am happy, happy, happy with these. I think the fine liner is a very much neglected art tool. There is so much you can do with a fine line paint applicator. And I think people get discouraged because they try different types of paint applicators and it doesn't, it gives a different effect and then they don't like it, so they give up. Some people, though, don't have the strength in their wrists to handle these. I understand that. It does take a certain amount of strength and you have to keep your nozzles clean. There's a certain frustration if you don't use clean nozzles. Clean your tools here. You have to keep them fairly clean. I'm not the best at it. I'll get frustrated though when they all get. That happened to me, last year? Earlier last year, later last year, mid-summer, I think. They all clogged up on me. Every one of them clogged up on me. Well, I was using old paint too. Don't use old paint that's all gunky. There's nothing that will clog your fine liner up worse than old gunky paint. Use that on an art journal page or your jelly plate or something. The gunk will not go through these nozzles. Don't think for a minute that it will. I don't even know if anybody's listening to me at this point. So I can say just about anything. Well, not anything, but, just don't use gunky paint in the nozzles of your It'll clog up the nozzles of your paint applicators. That was my anything. That was Mary's tip of the day. That was Mary's tip of the day. Keep the nozzles clean. Ooh, do I love these. These are really turning out nice for me. And I rebelled a little. I turned my gray splatter into white dots. I turned my white glitter into Rebel Red frames with white hearts. That was the only way. That was just I've done all the other prompts like I should have. But, you need a couple wild cards when you do a game. Need some wild cards to let, if something's not working for you, you need to be able to do something that works with your project. And there's no hard or fast rule to these. Anybody will tell you that. Becky would say that too. Do what makes you happy, Mary, because you're going to anyway. And they have me pegged. When I say I'm rebelling, they think I mean I'm adding gold. Although gold would look nice on just a touch of gold. But no, we're not going to. I don't think I'm going to put gold borders on here. I think I'm going to put black borders. We're going to let all this white dry. And then tonight I'm going to varnish it. So if you're in Sharon Martle's stream, you will have gotten a sneak peek of this. I doubt that this will process. This will probably go live later tonight after Sharon's stream. Dot, 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 dot. What time is it getting to be? Probably around 4. 4:16. Yeah. I got plenty of time. I'm just about done with what I can do this afternoon. Yeah, these are going to be a little harder to do because I'm further away. Dot, 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 dot. I feel like I'm reaching across the table and it's kind of cramped in here, so it may not be a perfect heart. What heart is perfect? Some of the bent hearts, some of the broken hearts are the best. Aww. Dot, dot. This is my last one. Dot, dot, dot. Really got messed there. Dot, dot. Let's draw a heart here. I'm happy with these. I am very happy with them. So let's put the lid back on. Watch. See, I cleaned the nozzle off. I clean the nozzle off quite frequently. Just wipe it off with your towel. Be sure and put the lid back on. It's a little hard. Let me get it started here. You'll have to bring it up to your face to see where the little wire goes into the nozzle. There you go. That's all there is to it. Clean it every now and then, especially when you have gunky paint. You want to keep those clean. Don't use gunky paint. Don't use gunky paint. So there we go. I'm going to let this dry. I'm very, 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 very happy with them. Very happy with them. They'll cut here, here. Between each one of these frames will be a cut. And this way. These kind of zigzag like that. So thank you for watching. If you watched clear through, and if you didn't watch clear through, thank you for coming to this point to see where they are now. Tonight I'm gonna let this all dry. It's a little wet and gooey in there. I'm gonna let it all dry, and then I'm gonna varnish it. And I might do the black borders tonight, and then tomorrow. No, I won't do the black borders tonight. I'll varnish it first. No, I think I'll do the black borders and then varnish it. And tomorrow I'll cut it apart and do the quote, and I'll probably put something on the back, hearts, or maybe I'll carve a stamp or something. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next page. Bye for now.